What's up, guys? So, a moment ago, I was trying to do a stream on me trying to read towns and cities in England, but then my phone got too hot, and that's why the stream began to crash. And I knew that would happen because it happened every single summer when I tried to make my phone multitask. But, anyways, I thought that I would make the stream about this topic because it's something that happened to me at work, and I think that it's something that is very simple and that absolutely lacks common sense. But I feel like these days we are so concerned with throwing people into positions, whether they're ready for it or not, just because we have to meet this work environment of constantly putting out productivity, and I find that training quality has been on the decline lately. But who am I? I don't own a business. I don't own anything. I don't have anything. So it's not like I can say this with absolute guarantee that this is the problem. But the reason I say this, it's because it's how I function, how I think, and this is what would help me become a better worker. And also, I had a conversation with a colleague who is trying to take on a new job. So I was telling her it's a job that I'm currently doing. So I was telling her about it, and I was like, what makes this job difficult is not the job itself, it's the factors that you have to take into account that are not even part of your job directly. So, stuff that you are assigned to as well that turns into an interruption, and therefore your education when it comes to learning how to do this job suffers. So if you end up not understanding what you're doing initially, don't feel bad. Just make sure that you're asking questions and taking notes. So, anyways, to actually put into perspective what I think would help that situation is what I did with that particular colleague who's trying to do the same job that I'm doing now that there's a vacancy for it. And that is, we pretty much had a sit down and we talked. This was outside of work hours, but I was telling her about the stuff that is easy, the stuff that's difficult, the stuff that's confusing, and how the people who are around us can sometimes complicate things, and what I have told them that they can do to help me, and additionally, how the things that I wish people would have told me earlier on that would have helped me grasp the job a little easier and faster. And hello, Jordan, I see you. So basically, having a sit down and talking about it with someone who's already doing the job is super effective because whom better than someone who's trained and doing the job to tell you about it. But I think that should happen at work during official work hours because that way I have the work tools as well to be able to show them things. And that way, this person can be exposed a little bit to the setting, and that way begin to think as if they are an employee that works in that particular part of the department. So, in addition, and this is the most basic thing ever, I think that anyone who considers doing a different job should do some shadowing, job shadowing. I don't know why we don't talk about job shadowing more. It seems like with this rush of being productive, there's not enough investing going on in training, and when we do train it's usually something else that's training us. Nowadays most people who get hired, they don't even talk to the human resources person anymore. Like there used to be an actual human instructing you and training you, and you could ask questions to them, but now usually everything is done via videos or conferences. Like you are sitting live on some stream, and sometimes you have a moment to interject and ask something, but by the time you arrange that communication with this person who's not even in the same building as you, it gets really awkward and disconnected. So for me, there's no way that I would have turned into such a good employee if I would have had the training that we do nowadays, which is not very involved with people who are in the building. When I was getting trained, we went to every single department and we were able to talk to someone from every department, even though our department is customer service. But it was good to actually get to tour and see places because I was beginning to get a feel and know where things are and who these people are, who I'm going to work with, whether directly or indirectly. So for me, job shadowing would be the very first thing that comes into place before any training, because I find that if you were given the opportunity to shadow, some people would be able to determine if that is a job that they actually want and can actually do. My current job, when I was interested in it, I had a certain image in mind as to what it was going to be, but it turned out to be something completely different. And it's not different in the sense of I don't like it, I cannot do it. It's different in the visions that I had in my mind of what to expect in that position. It's like almost none of them came true. So had I shadowed, I would have been able to anticipate that stuff and begin thinking differently. But, anyways, you guys, I thought that I would just throw this out here, just express it as some kind of rambling about experiences that I have that I think would help other people grow and could even help me personally grow. And that you guys let me know if you have ever worked somewhere where you felt like training was done poorly, what could have been done better, and why you think that some trainings are ineffective. What makes a good training in a job setting? For me, a good way to train is lots and lots and lots of practice, lots of exposure, being teamed up, paired up with someone that you can actually ask questions and this person is at your disposal. Like 2 years ago, when I began my new job, I had so many questions, but sometimes I had nobody to ask. Not even my supervisors were trained on the stuff I was doing. And I'm like, wait, you mean to tell me that you're in a position superior to mine, but I know a little more than you? What? And you're actually the person I have to go to consult on any problems that I run into? That's pretty weird. So, you guys, just let me know. I want to hear some stories. I want to hear some stories, experiences. And if you still don't know what I'm talking about, then I guess I could do a topic in which I pick an example and just like dissect it more. But honestly, I think that I gave my colleagues some good advice. I said, if you can, ask to have a couple of minutes with me in this office setting so that I can show you some things. And this is a person who has done the job before. It's just that that method of it changed some and she was not really feeling it because it was very techie inclined and she isn't very good at it. But I told her, if you know how to read and you know how to count, you can do this job. So the other factors would be factors that are semi controllable. One of the semi controllable aspects of it is that you have to report things to certain people, and not everyone processes and manages their stress in the same way. So just tell people that if they want for you to do a good and accurate job, they have to be willing to invest in you. And time is part of that investment. So don't be afraid of the people who you are reporting to. That's what I learned because I used to feel like a piece of crap when I was doing this job for the first time. I'm like, wow, I thought I was good. I thought I was smart, but nah, I am very bad at this. But then when I think about it, it's a series of events and stuff that just happened at the same time. And that's what hindered my progress a little bit. But, anyways, Yeah, you guys, that's pretty much all that I have. Like shadowing and talking. Um, it just helped so much that I had this sit down with a colleague, even if it was outside of work hours. So yeah, you guys let me know some experiences. Anyways, I see someone in the comments, but unfortunately, I'm wrapping this up. So yeah, you guys, let me know some stories that you might have about your experiences at work, and uh, and yeah, what would you do different if you could when it comes to your job? Stuff like that. Basically, a work stream type of deal. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon.